Good day, this is Councillor Gerald Gosden from Ward 23 in Ekurhuleni. We are currently at the Boksburg electrical depot where we've come to get answers on the reasoning behind the 3-day outage in Atlasville with little to zero communication from the department on what the actual problem is and what they are doing to resolve this issue. 3 days down the line, the residents of Atlasville have now mobilized to show the department and the city that we are fed up with this standard of service delivery and that we require answers when we ask questions on why, when and how.
My full name is Lynette Fortune. I live in Atlasville and I'm fed up with all these power outages that we've been having. It's not the first one, and communication is lacking to our councillor, as the lady has already said. And I think it's time that our municipality stood up and got counted. I mean, that they just lead us on all the time. Also, it's very costly to the residents because we need generators, we need fuel, and all the time we're having to cover the costs, but we get no relief on our rates, we get no relief on anything. We have no, I mean, there's really no relief for us. And they don't come and give us answers, and it's really bad. And I'd like to say thank you to the councillor for all his help and what he does, but it's time. I mean, they're supposed to be there for the residents, our council, and they do nothing for us. Nothing. Our grass isn't being cut. Our flay isn't being looked after. We have to see to it ourselves. We have to pay for the tractor to come. We have to put fuel in the tractor for our flay to be in a reasonable state. And it's nonsense. Nothing is actually getting done. What are we paying our rates for? We might as well keep our rates in a special bank account and do everything from there ourselves. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Donna Ambadzakis. I'm a resident in Atlasville. I think the frustration is that we put so much pressure on our ward councillors, whether it be Freedom Front, the DA councillors, to give us feedback on power issues, and they are not able to give us any feedback because they simply just don't get feedback. And you know, the community always take it out on the ward councillors, not knowing that it's actually the municipalities that just either have lack of cable or lack of resources, or Sunday they couldn't because they were attending to another power fault in Anderbolt, where why is there only one team in Boksburg that can possibly fix our power? You know, we have a lot of elderly community members that are on oxygen. Unfortunately, those people have had to move out of the area for 3 days. We've had no power for 3 solid days, and just such a lack of communication from the departments. So we request that in future these guys can just give our councillors some decent feedback so that we know as a community how to prepare for our children going to school and our babies and our elderly people. So that's why we're here today, just to try and get some feedback, and we'd just like to thank the councillors for all that they do for our communities. We really do appreciate their efforts.
I'm Angie Childs, and this whole problem I see is about corruption. Until we can choose a new government and make our X's in the correct spot, we're going to suffer with this. It's our choice to go to the polls and actually put an X where we think we're going to get difference and the corruption is going to go away. That's all it's about. It's our choice. We've got the power to change things.
We've now gotten information from the department, ironically enough, just before we showed up here, that they have now been able to procure the cable needed for the repairs to be done. And as we are speaking, the cable is on its way from Benoni to site so they can start working, and hopefully within the next 6 to 7 hours we should have power back restored to Atlasville.